Hi, and welcome to Neko'S Top 5 Games in 2016. This list is made up of games released in 2016 that I myself enjoyed playing the most. So this list is of course purely based on my own taste in games. But there is games released this year I have not had the opportunity to play yet. That if I had played them, this list might have been somewhat different. For example, there's two games I'm looking forward to play. Final Fantasy 15 and The Last Guardian. I just not had the opportunity to do so yet. But before any further ado, let's get to it. Number 5. Oxenfree. Oxenfree is an interesting indie game released in January. The game revolves around Alex and her friends who decide to spend the night partying on Edward Island. The island is abandoned from other people at night as it's mostly placed for tourists to visit due to its history, who you get to know more of if you play the game. The island is banned from other people at night as it's mostly a place for tourists to visit due to its history. But the island also holds some supernatural secrets, who a group of teenagers get themselves involved with, using a little radio who picks up some strange signals from something unknown. The main reason I loved playing this game is that I'm a huge sucker for good stories and mysteries. And this game has it both. The beautiful art of the game is also something who got me fascinated in it to begin with. And as an artist, I love good art style to look at when I'm playing a game. So all in this game have my favorite parts right on the spot. Number 4. Stardew Valley. To be honest, I did not have much interest in this little country life RPG when it suddenly flooded over every Twitch stream I follow in October of this year. Almost all I knew around Twitch was hooked on this little farming game, and I just did not understand it till a streamer friend of mine gave it to me. So I figured I'd try it, and before I knew the word of it, I was sitting there like, just one more day, then I'm gonna quit the game. Getting to know the small stories of people in the valley as you get more friendly with them, even finding a special someone among them. Mining, fishing and collecting resources, especially for repairing the local community center. Trying to not let the JoJo Corporation take over the town. As well as making a pretty looking farm to live and start a family on, had me playing for hours. This game is just really hard to put down when you finally start it up. And I guess all of the different things you can do and focus on is why I loved it so much. Number 3. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. An action roleplay game set in a cyberpunk dystopian world released late August this year. The game is set 2 years after the huge AUG incident from the game Human Revolution, who I only know from this game as I never played any of their previous games. And if you wonder, a AUG is a person who's been enhanced by advanced technological prosthetics. At least that's the best description I can give. In this game you play as the AUG Adam Jensen, an agent for Task Force 29, and the world around you are heavily inflected with hate against the AUGs, terrorist attacks, secrecy, and corruption, and you try to come to the bottom of it all. I guess you can play this game all guns blazing, but what made me love this game was its many ways of doing things stealthy. There is always at least 2 ways, or probably more, to get your objective. And as earlier mentioned, I'm a sucker for good stories. And this story had me enthralled, making me finish the whole game in a matter of a week. Number 2. One Shot. This indie puzzle adventure stole my attention and love right from the second I read about it in a random link I found on Facebook. As far as I understand, the game was made and released a few years ago, but only to be officially released this December, so I decided this game counts on this list. The game is about a little cat-looking, pancake-loving child, Neko. Even though Neko several times in the game says that she is not a cat. And how I and him have to save a dying world who lost its sun by placing the new sun, a light bulb, in a huge tower in the central of the world. And no, you don't play as Neko, you only guide him on his adventure. And you are often referred to as some kind of god of the world. And that's my favorite part of the game. Not being a god, but how this allows you to break the fourth wall, lets Neko talk directly to you and having to think in new ways in order to solve the puzzles of the game. I don't want to spoil this fascinating game, but the somewhat unique way it interacts with you directly had me love the game from start to finish. The game also got me really emotionally attached to Neko, and as well other characters you meet along your adventure, with each their own strong personality. On top of that, the game also have a simple but gorgeous art style, a beautiful way of having cutscenes, and music that complements every situation. In my opinion, every person who likes good stories, interesting gameplay, and puzzles should most definitely play this cute game. Number 1. Overwatch. This is most definitely the game I have sunk the most hours into this year. And I was definitely not the only one who was hyped about Blizzard's new baby release in May 24th. The game is a team-based multiplayer first-person shooter where you play to capture or protect the objective of each map. Each playable character have their own unique skill set you can use in order to achieve the goal of the map. With that, this game might have been the first game who ever awoken the competitive gamer in me, who really wants to get better and of course a win. And I'm likely not the only player who've been frustrated over DPS players, who refusing to pick the missing healer or tank, and instead runs around hunting play of the game and complaining about missing heals or shields. But I still love this game a ton. It's a game I can sit down with my friends and just have a fun time with, or we can go full on focus mode trying to climb the ranks of competitive. And yes, the social aspects with my friend is why I so highly appreciate this game. And also, even though the game itself don't have a story mode, Blizzard have given us alternative ways of getting to know the world. They have released short comics, mini-movies, lore text and a lot more, letting us see and get to know this huge and interesting world the game takes place in. And that makes me feel so much more involved with the character I'm playing, knowing its backstory. Listening to characters' comments in a waiting room before a match gives even more context to it. And the lore makes you more connected to why you should complete the objective of each map. This have been Neko's top 5 games released in 2016. And with that, I wish you an amazing gaming year for 2017. Bye bye!